So what does a product manager actually do, and how much do you make? Should I be getting in on this?
Hi, I'm Chloe. I'm a product manager at Discord living in LA. I worked in tech for almost a decade now, working at these places. And today is where I re-explain what I do as a product manager. And I'm gonna tell you how it really is. I made this video about 2.5 years ago, which kind of jump-started my channel, but I now have way more product experiences and juicy stories to tell. Give us some hot goss, Chlo.
Yeah.
You know I'm here to serve. I'm not gonna repeat the same stuff from the last video, just watch it. Oh my God, I was such a baby. What an era. I hate watching my own videos. How did the product manager role even start? Tech bros would say that PMs were made to make their lives easier so that they can just code all day. Or they might say that PMs don't do anything. Respectfully, shut up. It actually began 100 years ago with these guys, Procter & Gamble. Our boy Neil was like, guys, I have an idea. Hear me out. The brand man. What do you think? They manage the products, track the sales, and generate the marketing. We're gonna make big money. We are. How I interpret this is that basically products are not successful unless people buy them. So we need people to really understand what other people want so we can build products that they would buy. Customer needs. Apparently HP was like, that's genius, bro, let's do it too. It was a revolution. There was a whole slew of events that happened, but basically, if you want to build successful products fast, you'll need someone to use every brain cell in their body to figure out the who, what, why, where, how, while everyone else actually builds the thing. That is the fastest path. So product management has now become one of the most influential, business critical, highest paid functions at any tech company in Silicon Valley. Cause like they're known to be the CEOs of the product. Do me a favor and don't say that to anyone else. I just hate that phrase. But there is some truth to it because PMs make decisions, period. I still don't get it. Okay, first you gotta know how products are built. What's a product? In tech, a product can be something like threads being launched, or something like voice memos on Hinge, or sending stickers in chat, or sending gifted subs on Twitch. Sometimes it's a button, sometimes it's removing a button, and sometimes it's placing that button somewhere else. You know how Instagram removed like counts at one point from posts? Yeah, there's like a whole team behind that. Speaking of teams, this is what your team would look like. If you're kind of lean, you have your engineers, your engineering manager, your product designer, and your data scientist. If your company is rich, then you got all these people to help you out. But if you're not, then you as a PM get to do all of their jobs. Fun, right? And everyone who you have to get blessings from are here, which usually exist in larger companies. Let me explain how products are shipped. Some exec is gonna be like, yo, make me more money, increase engagement, compete with Twitter. Remember, bigger number, better company. You wanna get paid or what? Yes, chef. So it is your job to write down precisely what the problem is, how you're gonna solve it, how to measure it, and what the game plan looks like. That is the understand phase. You write it all in a doc called APRD. You bring that to a bunch of people who will tear it apart, rip you into pieces, and make you question your self-worth, which we call the proverbial firing squad. It's par for the course. Because you are asking for 10 engineers, designers, data scientists for 6 months for what? Actually, I'm gonna calculate it. So if everyone is paid $200,000, that's 200,000 times 10 people, including you, divided by 12 monthly, times 6 for 6 months, and that is $1 million. You're asking for $1 million on this, so you better have good answers. And when it's blessed, your team goes to execute. And at this point, everyone is putting a gun to your head saying, go faster, go faster. We have investors to impress. We've got stonks to go up. I want a promotion, blah. So what you do is you're gonna scope the least amount of work to test whether or not your theory is gonna work. This is a minimum viable product, the MVP. Build it, take some random users, split into 2 groups, control and test, and give the feature to the test group. And see if your metrics will change in the test group. This is A/B testing. If your metrics are great and everything stats sig, then ding ding ding, you are blessed by the product gods. You can officially launch. So y'all will build the bells and whistles, get the product marketing campaign ready, and launch the thing to everyone else. Which is literally just pressing a deploy button, and it's actually very anticlimactic. But then you start seeing the charts go up and you're like, ooh, yay, it's working. The reason we do it this way is that it would be very silly to have spent all year working on this all the way through just to flop by the end of it. So to not live a life of shame, we take these mini steps to validate whether we're building the right direction. Build, test, iterate, build, test, iterate. That is a tried and true method to build products that people love. It's like, you don't know until you try, but you don't want to try too hard until you know enough, you know? Oh my God, the sun went down and I'm gonna have to bump the lighting a little bit. Sorry about that. Wait, how do I become a product manager? Let's get a little up close and personal with this one. I actually have several videos on how to break in and my own story as well, but it's kind of hard to do it without any direct help. There are a lot of boot camps and online classes. A lot of them you can find on Career Foundry, which is an online school for your career change into tech, and they're also the sponsor of today's video, and they're very relevant, so listen up. Career Foundry has all of the hot tech programs you need. Ooh, I might check out design. Since you're here, you have to check out their PM program. I have not seen anything like this. It's about 6 months long and 100% 100% online async, so you can just take classes after your 9 to 5. You don't have to quit your job for this. They give you dual mentors. One is an actual industry mentor and the other is a PM tutor. And they give you a career specialist to help you with interview prep and refining your LinkedIn. I thought the perks ended there, but you actually have a job guarantee at the end of the program. They're so confident that they're gonna transform your career that they know you're gonna get a job. And if you don't, they will refund you 100% of the tuition. That is insane. They've seen Uber drivers become web devs, cabin crew become data analysts, and musicians become UX designers. But the magic is in their coursework. They first introduce you all the key skills of a PM, then they immerse you so you do all the projects that PMs actually do, and your portfolio is gonna be lit because Career Foundry knows what your future employers are looking for. If you need a little boost, Career Foundry has hooked us up with a 10% discount, so use the link down below. Thank you to Career Foundry for sponsoring. Now, back to the video. So what does a product manager's life look like? Well, our lives look like hell, but PMs secretly love the heat, you know, for the plot. In the PM world, there is nothing certain except for death and meetings. There is no time to work, so you gotta work in between meetings, during lunch. You gotta become a master at prioritizing your never-ending to-do list, and you've got to say no when everyone's trying to ask for your time. If you can't, this job isn't for you. Sorry, I was just cleaning my table. But generally, my week looks like this. Product team meetings where we go through progress, priorities, problems. Morning stand-ups with my engineers, which are 15 minutes long to find potential blockers coming up, and there's always something new to ruin my day, and a bunch of other meetings. You and your designer are best friends. Y'all chat every day. Y'all are jamming on Figma, working on the next designs to hand over to engineers. Designers are usually like, oh my god, what if we do all of these things? And you're like, oh, that's really cute, but maybe not now because engineers don't have a lot of time. You meet with data and you talk about exactly at what point this product is a go. What are your success metrics? What are your guardrails? Let's say you're building live streaming for Instagram or TikTok, and it's great, more people are spending more time on the app, but everyone is live streaming NSFW content. You're screwed. You check dashboards, you talk to your users, get user feedback, report bugs, write new proposals, manage the to-do list for the entire team, and you also meet with marketing and you figure out the go-to-market plan for the product. Listen, you gotta do everything it takes to launch this product successfully. Capiche? Capiche? But chlo, what does it take to be a great PM? Well, in my opinion, I think a great PM is someone who can make really strong decisions that all of us can rally behind. Like, they know the space well, they know what people want. They can clearly explain why this over that. There's lots of clarity, direction, vision. This thing is gonna win and this person knows it. You wanna be on their team. There's lots of other great traits, of course, but this one makes a PM stand out the most, I think. Some other great traits, behaviors, principles are: 1, you are a great communicator. You write well, you speak clearly and succinctly. You explain the why behind every decision. You can draw very clear through lines when things are really complicated, like what exactly is happening here. Sift through the noise for me. You know how to adjust the elevation of detail based on whatever audience is in the room. You get all these crazy people in the room to debate, decide, commit together because lack of clarity gives the rash and nobody likes that. No, we don't. Well, I'm drinking aloe juice. 2, you're very opinionated with good reason. This all comes down to time and expertise. Like when someone throws out a puzzling question at you, you have an opinion on it. You gotta be like 10 steps ahead of everyone else. When there's a question that no one knows about, everyone's gonna look to you as the leader and you better have an answer. You're always thinking about the future, the greater impact, the implications, the dependencies. You're a visionary, Harry. And number 3, you're a leader, but you don't get paid like one and people don't report to you, so they don't got that loyalty to you. So you have to organically build trust in the team so that they know they're in good hands and they trust your decisions. If some shit goes down and the results are not good, you gotta help the team embrace the brutal facts. You gotta have grit. This is not an easy job. Products fail all the time and the execs can trust you. Like, you can make decisions, run with it, and they don't have to check in on you very much. You have everything under control. Number 4, you are a great executor. I think this is way too underrated because visionaries get all of the credit, but ultimately, if your team cannot execute, you're just an ideas guy and ideas are worthless. You're always helping the team move faster. You're helping them get to 80-20 solutions. You unblock people, you document, you get things organized, you make things happen. So should I be a PM? I think it's so funny because I've had several software engineers slide into my DMs and they're like, should I become a product manager? And I'm like, I don't know, you have a pretty sweet gig. Like, you're getting paid the same, if not more, and you arguably have less work if you play your cards right. Don't ruin what you have, because it's not a glamorous job. You eat shit all the time. Like, one of my directors have told me that before. Product fails, it's your fault. Product succeeds, it's the team's success. Someone's butthurt, you get feedback. You swallow your pride, you take it, you resolve it, and you move on. You get reorged, you deliver the news. You're understaffed, oh, you gotta do their jobs now. And I have done a lot of people's jobs as a PM before and now. And it's a lot of writing. PRDs, product strategy docs, and if it's not up to date, some engineer is gonna whine to you and be like, well, it wasn't in the PRD. It's a lot of work. You're glued to your desk. You are your desk. Me and my PM friends, we're malnourished, sleep deprived, and out of shape. And it's hard to take time off culturally. There's like one of you and 5 to 10 other engineers, so if one of them take the day off, they're fine. People don't even notice. But if you do, who's gonna cover for you? I will say, I don't know if I could do this if I finally become a mother. There are not a lot of mothers in this profession. Interesting, because this job isn't chill. You're always on during meetings. You need to be sharp, put together. People need to trust you as a leader, and that's just like a lot of stress on the body for an office job. It's also a thankless job. Sometimes you do a lot of BS admin work like taking the notes or planning a social or doing expenses for other people. You write a lot of updates for people to poke into, and you argue back and forth in hidden DMs and meetings that nobody sees. It's very political too. A lot of optics. You get feedback on everything. Perception and reputation are everything. You had one bad slide, feedback. You don't sound very confident answering a question, feedback. Engineers don't know what they're doing this week, feedback for you. So you gotta have thick skin. So why do you do it? The real answer is money. The prestige. Yeah, I know. The impact, actually. And I like the pain. No, really. It's like people who love lifting at the gym, they love the pain. The pain makes them feel something inside. I know it's weird. It's the overcompensating second-gen immigrant, oldest sibling, trying to prove something to the world, you know? But yeah, I do like the job at its core. Very intellectually stimulating. I work with a lot of very smart, high IQ people. It's really cool to be a decision maker at the forefront of an industry. Like, we're in the news. Millions of people use our products. Like, when I go to a party and people ask me what I do, they know we're creating history in tech, and it's kind of sick. Yeah, but you still didn't tell me how much you get paid. Look, I have a whole video on this, so definitely check that out to get like all of the comp stats. I am not opposed to sharing my salary. It is 6 figures, but let's make a deal. I'll tell you if we hit 100K on this channel. Okay? Shake on it. But honestly, this job has changed my life financially. I can now pay for things, I pay for my family, I buy nice things for myself. I don't have to check the bill when I go out to eat with my friends. I am so grateful. I hope you enjoyed this casually explained version of what I do as a product manager. I have a ton of other PM videos for you to check out, but I also do a lot of videos about my life in my late 20s, finances, health, relationships, and house stuff, because your girl just bought a house. Woo! This channel is all about adulting, so let us grow up together. I've been posting almost every day on Instagram and TikTok, so follow me there for my slice of life videos. And subscribe here. My dream is to hit 100K this year on all of the platforms. We'll see if we can make it happen together. Shout out to Career Foundry for sponsoring this video, and definitely check them out. I'll see y'all next time. Stay safe, y'all. Bye. Thank you.